2025 has finally came to an end, and so, of course, your boy has to make a video about it, because, I mean, everyone has to. I have to get to it early, so sorry to any future events that I miss out on. On a lovely Friday morning on the 1st of January, just a few hours after the start of the new year, a terrorist bombs New Orleans into smithereens, well that was fun to say, and kills 12 people. On the 5th, a massive winter storm sets in and makes a powerful ice snow tornado. Since when did that exist? I had no idea. On January 6th, all those people who turned DC into an utter volcano were set free, 1,600 prisoners. And even after all that, they couldn't even spell capital right. It's with an A, not an O, people. On the 7th, the LA Palisades fire begins, sending all these people out of their homes, to which Joe Biden gives all the residents of LA a whopping $70 in compensation. Wow. People start moving to Redno in anticipation of the TikTok ban, which is basically just a Chinese version of TikTok. And they start interacting with all the Chinese people, and it's honestly so wholesome to see, like, how they talk to each other, and, like, what the first thing they ask each other is. You know what I mean? Like, look at it.
Betty means, Betty means I'm pretty. Thank you.
This is what? I can't understand this. I also can't understand TROL, my English.
But sadly, on the 19th, TikTok was only banned for 14 hours because the US chickened out. Donald Trump officially becomes the 47th president of the US, ruining the hearts of Kamala lovers in the process. On the 28th, this nerdy looking paper posted that this world is 89 seconds to midnight. Midnight, of course, being the end of the world. There were 3 plane crashes this month, on these dates, killing this many people, giving us these mortality rates, and if you combine all of them, they actually easily surpass, like, the 500 mark or something. I don't know, I haven't quite done the math yet, but still. Gene Hackman died on the 18th, but the case files for this are some of the weirdest stuff I've ever seen. And also on the 5th, school started up again, making this time period the longest ever summer break in Australian history, which I guarantee is still only like 2/3 of what Americans get. KFC moved its headquarters from Kentucky to Texas for some reason, and America officially renames the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, at least on American maps. That doesn't exist anywhere else. My heart skips a beat when you walk in the room. People start rushing to stores to buy up that they're selling before the tariffs come into effect on March 4th. On the 16th, there was this huge tornado in Chicago that killed 40 people. It was also around this time when ICE started getting deployed on people to deport them, and also when AI channels started getting readily liked by people. And on the 24th or something, there was a 6.7 magnitude earthquake in New Zealand. I promise you, I'm not joking, that's not just because of the meme. But other than that, not much happened. Pope Francis dies. Coachella happens, whatever a Coachella is, but I thought that happened in June, but it was actually April. There was this huge gas explosion or something somewhere, which looks like it was cosplaying the Beirut explosion from 2020. The Minecraft movie released and changed the fate of cinema and my channel forever. North Korea starts fighting against Ukraine with Russia and gets absolutely pummeled.
Rockstar says that they're going to push back the release date of GTA 6 all the way back to November 2026.
This huge glacier collapsed in Sweden and it buried the entire village that was lucky enough to be right next to it. Standing plane seats dropped. Wow. 10 people break out of a prison in New Orleans. New Orleans again on the 19th. Katy Perry and some other celebrities go to face for like 10 minutes and then they come back down and kiss the earth because apparently it was just that bad. And the new Pope was elected. Google changes its design regrettably from this to this. There are nationwide protests against Donald Trump, the largest of which happened on Juneteenth, with an entire citywide protest in LA and a bunch of shops got robbed and all that. And it was also during this time when an Australian reporter got stowed by some random soldier in the background. Thankfully it was a blank so she didn't get hurt too bad, but it still cemented the divide between Australia and the US. And there's this huge plane crash in India that kills like 300 people. This guy grows a beard and sets his comment section ablaze. Elon Musk gets let go by Donald Trump. And there's this huge plane crash in India that kills like 300 people. And I'm pretty sure this is also when the new Minions movie came out. I might be wrong. I think that might have been last year, but it would have been this year also, maybe. There was this huge earthquake in Kamchatka, Russia, where like there was such a big wave that it spread all the way to Hawaii. This is also when Diddy got sentenced. This is also when Connie Francis and Ozzy Osbourne died back to back just 10 days apart, which is weird because I thought that Ozzy Osbourne died in like September or something. Also, apparently BTS got reunited after being forced to go into the army, if anyone cares. Right off the bat, there were these really big volcanic explosions in Russia, which were said to be the biggest in 600 years. It was also around this time when 300,000 protesters marched across the Sydney Harbour Bridge to support Palestine, which I'm surprised the bridge didn't just collapse under all that weight like the Baltimore Bridge. This was also around the time when K-pop Demon Hunters became a thing. And it's also around the time when Marino posted his hit song, which took over the internet for like 2 weeks. And also Taylor Swift got engaged, yay! And people started hating on her because all her songs were about like getting rid of a boyfriend and like complaining about him and blah blah blah. But now she's getting married, so now all of that just seems in vain. And she's absolutely getting beaten on by all these news reporters. And then near the end of August, Cardi B got taken to trial, which produced some hilarious videos like this.
And why were you concerned?
Because I'm pregnant and this girl's about to beat my... Hello?
Hello. Hello, I'm here.
She's backing me. So we're practically arguing and I'm backing and she's like walking forward.
Right. You said she's bigger than you, is that correct?
Absolutely.
How do you know that?
I mean, look.
I'm looking, I can agree with that. You call her fat?
No, I was calling her...
And so, of course, after all that, the judge declared her innocent. There's the Charlie Kirk assassination, obviously. This is also when 6-7 started being a thing. And there was that weird UFO video where, like, they shoot, like, a gun at it or a missile at it, and it, like, splits in half as it hits it or something. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. The Epstein files were partially released after a whole year of inactivity. The US government shuts down. Since when could a government do that? Since when could they go, this fine, peace out, and they could just go off like that and leave the country to its devices? There's an earthquake in the Philippines that gets 72 people off their graves. And November. As for now, I'm pretty sure that there haven't been that much stuff in November so far. And I'm pretty sure this video will be as resounding... Oh, come on.